Pumpkin, show me the all damn day. Pumpkin, show me the all damn day. Play it all damn day.
What's going on, everybody? It's Nick DeShera here, and we're at the Kenosha Darts Classic. I'm excited to be here with you guys as we have a great night of many fun events coming up here shortly. So I'm looking forward to having you guys here. It's going to be a good time. Oh, you want your mic on, Will?
Yeah, I mean,
What do you want to tell the people?
I just wanted to say I'm here too. Come Come on now. It's going to be a great weekend, man. Year number 2, here in Kenosha for the Kenosha Darts Classic. Last year was a great time. This year I'm expecting to be another great time here at the legendary Brat Stop in Kenosha.
I'm going to be honest. When I pulled up to this place, I was like, I got the wrong address given to me. This can't be where it is. And no, actually, in the Parkway Chateau building, we are here, and I'm looking forward to it. You're going to be dealing with me a lot tonight as we got Will on double duty over there playing some darts tonight, huh?
I got talked into playing. So, yeah, happy that you were able to cover the feed for us here this evening. And it is a mixed triples action, and this time it's 3 divisions worth of mixed triples action. So I'm going to be honest with you. There's a ton of people here in this room. It's going to be an entertaining evening tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a great evening at that as we have a great first-round matchup to get things going. For this one, we have 3 in the neighborhood taking on TNC to get things started. And our format tonight for the Will Stewart division, as we're going to call it, 7-1, open in, double out. Female must start fat bull, and you can, in fact, bull out. Will be our format for Division 1. But there's 3 divisions of triples, and it's all on Tournament King, so you guys can follow along on your phone with the brackets and along here with us in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think the second division is going to do master out. And then third division is going to be open in, open out. So a little bit different format for each, but it should be an entertaining evening before we get into Saturday's action. I believe we've got, actually, I need to take a double glance, but I think it's doubles as well as some action in the morning. What is that going to be? It's going to be both doubles. So doubles 0-1 and then doubles cricket. That's right.
And then the booyah luck of the draw that we're going to be winning later.
And we're also going to be winning later, yeah, I like how you put that. We're also going to be streaming a top 4 matchup for the Booyah Cup bracket or the current standings. So it's going to be Bob McCoy taking on Nick Yeast and then Mike Maloney taking on Elliot Milk, and then the winners will face off for that final. So that will happen at 5 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, so just be aware of those matches that will happen as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a good weekend of coverage. And then, of course, Sunday singles action.
Give me Nick Yeast because he has a good first name. Big fan.
Boo. Boo.
Well, looking at this one here, our teams in this matchup, TNC, that's going to be Darren Auckland, Leroy Wozniak, and Mary Brand for the TNC team. Total nonstop carnage. And 3 in the neighborhood. That's Schmitty, Stacy, and Tony. Stacy and Tony I did meet at the Booyah frat house at Whammo. Got a chance to talk with them for a bit. Some very fun people.
I heard it's going to be a little bit more frat housey this year at Whammo as well, with the announcement from Luke Combs that he's going to be playing at Lambeau the same weekend as Whammo. So, yeah.
Luke Combs, Division 27 Whammo singles. Are you ready for it?
Could happen. He could find out there's a dart tournament across the way and just say, you know what? I want to get in on the mix.
If anybody from the Whammo board is listening right now, I want you to know he doesn't need the games, and we're just going to give him a pass.
Reach out to him. I bet you he'll play.
Well, you know, I do love our national anthem coverage from Trina Reed, but, man, if you got Luke Combs up there, too, we're going to do it as a duet.
Get a little live performance from the man as well. That would be great.
Yeah. I don't even care for country music too much, and even I would be excited for that one. Looking at this here, you see a big hat trick from Leroy. Does help get a little bit of ground recovered, and what has been a slow start for game number 1. This is a second-round matchup. Both these teams had first-round buys, and this dart hall here has 40 boards in it, and again, there's only 20 teams in this division, but I believe there's 20 per division, so we're talking a couple hundred players here, all throwing some darts and having some fun to get this weekend going. You love to see it. It's Darren Auckland averaging a great cricket average, not so good in 01, 7.67. 6.7.
Yeah, I guess.
Will's like, I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, okay. Gosh, shout out to the Continental Cup, man. Great tournament.
Great call from Will Stewart.
From Will.
Oh, my goodness.
It makes the highlight tape for sure, right?
It's got to.
Right there with my Wham Bam peanut butter and jam.
As you can see, this is a best of 5 leg battle, so race to 3 in this D1 side. So a little bit more than you Then you pay for, I guess. You're used to that race to 3, aren't you?
Yeah,
Or
no.
race to 2, my apologies.
And it's
That
on both
best
sides of the
3.
bracket, too. Both sides on the
Oh,
bracket.
yeah, that's great.
So I love it. I mean, this is supposed to be the fun event. It's Friday night. You're starting off with triples. Everyone's here to loosen up and have a good time, and that's what it's all about. Now, Will, I got to ask you, because you're playing with Skylar and Elliott.
Yeah.
Are you what in the ranking of the team? Where's your average
Dead
going to
last.
finish up?
Dead
You're taking
Now,
third.
I'll probably take second. I mean, we'll see.
Whoa, who's
We'll
below
see.
you?
Well, I'm not playing with Bubba, so it can't be Bubba. Let's just put it that
Poor
way.
Bubba. Poor Bubba.
No, we'll see. I mean, Skylar is very capable of throwing 35 as well. I mean, Elliott, we all know what he's capable of. So I'd be happy if I came in that third place with a 30-something. That would be great because that means probably we're going to win it.
Absolutely.
If Skylar can start off with some heat. So we'll see.
2 bulls around gets the money. That's what they say. Of course,
It's a pretty good standard.
Division I winner last year was Nikki Hinshaw, Liam Musser, and Kevin Luke. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking at me like I'm mistaken, but I believe that's true.
I couldn't tell you. I'm surprised you knew that one.
It's because Nikki reminded me today.
Okay. Well, kudos, Nikki, for reminding
but
me.
I wasn't sure if it was. I assume it's level 1 with Kevin, Luke, Liam Musser, and Nikki, and they won it. So the title is up for grabs as only Liam is still here, as this might be a big check from Darren to wake up in the match. No,
Ouch.
not quite. And Schmidt gets an opportunity here at 81.
We do want to say, this Midwest Novelty Group, man, they've done fantastic. This is like year 12 of this event, is what I've heard, and it's been around for a while. It's a well-known event if you're in Wisconsin, and I got to tell you, it should be on your list. If you're in the area and you're not here, what are you doing? I mean, even a 4 or 5 hour radius, I could go upwards to 6. I mean, come on, you need to be here. This event. Great payouts. They do not take in a single dime, I've heard, over the last, 10 years. They've always paid it back.
Yeah, I mean, and you can tell the quality in the dart hall, as this is interesting, which has happened here. Schmidt goes up at 65 up to 2 darts, with 3 darts, misses the 15, hits the 2 at 59, and then, with 2 darts left at 65, leaves 59, and then accidentally trips the 19 to leave 2. And Stacy's not going to be able to take it. That's a lot of rut-row going on, as now Leroy gets an opportunity that he probably shouldn't have had in all other timelines. There it goes. TNC takes leg number 1 in this race of 3. But, yeah, you're absolutely right, Will. This is a great tournament so far. So I've only been out here for a couple hours today. But I can already tell you from the going around the room, I always tell people all tournaments are usually good. Any tournament's better than no tournament, but I can tell you this one passes the vibe check.
It does.
It
Definitely does. I mean, I like the format in general. I think that the area where we're at this legendary venue, there's 5 hotels within walking distance here. Some fantastic restaurants as well. Not Cousin Subs. Don't do that. Just
That was
go ahead
brutal.
and put just don't do that one. Anyway, everything else pretty nice. And
Not
all those have the check marks going. And then, of course, last year, unfortunately this year we don't have the same treatment. It fell in line with the big Halloween party that the Brat Stop runs, where it's like $5,000 for first place in the costume contest. You talk about a good time.
That sounds like
that
a
was
great time.
solid last year.
Trust me, I heard you guys talking about it for years to come. You guys were loving it. Currently going on in the bracket right now, a couple of great matches, including a good matchup between David Gott, Trina Reed, and Casey Borlowski taking on Garrett Rakowski, Sprinkles, and Care Bear. Winner of that gets to play Will, Skylar, and Elliott. Stephen Hillary saying, "What's up, guys? We'll see you in the morning." Well, looking forward to seeing you out here. Come on over. Where you at? Let's grab a bull in the last low ton there for Schmitty. I like saying that word, Schmitty.
Dodgers go up 2-0. Get the heck out of here. It is World Series night, opening night, but we all know that you can buy a championship these days, and that's probably what the Dodgers just did. Boo.
Yeah, baseball opinion.
Boo. I think everybody can boo along with me on that one.
Except for Dodgers fans.
Well, they don't matter, Nick. They don't matter.
Bandwagon Shohei Ohtani fans.
Yes, there you go.
Freddie Freeman fans after his performance last year in the World Series.
Ugh. Conrad, we don't like that either, brother. I mean, come on. We can easily
Keep up that energy,
just
Chad.
push you out of this commentary booth and out of the chat. Thank you very much.
Nope. Conrad's welcome. That's my man.
All righty, back to this matchup here. Tony needs to set the tone with a 2-bowl turn.
Tony needs to set the tone. Was that intentional?
You're welcome.
It was not. Don't act like you meant it. Good last
Hold me
bowl.
closer, Tony Danza.
Good low ton does help re-secure a little bit of the lead, but Leroy so far being one of the sharper ones on the board. Finished out the last leg, but not going to get a good round in here. Well, on the last start keeps things chalk, so favor to the team going first. And Schmitty rocking a pumpkin. Is it shirt over top? But yeah, it's a cutoff pumpkin on top of his dart jersey. I respect the commitment to the Halloween vibes. I do have my Buzz Lightyear jersey here with me.
Did you bring it?
Yeah, I thought in case
Glad I didn't bring my Woody one.
You didn't?
Nope.
I thought we were like in case there was a Halloween party.
I
we were
wore it
supposed to.
I wore it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but if there was a Halloween party, we were supposed to match. Shouldn't he be warming up or something?
I probably should. Let's be fair. I'll go ahead and leave you to it there, Nicholas. Bryce, I'll leave you with this ending statement. Yes, I am upset that someone can spend billions of dollars on a whole baseball team. There definitely needs to be a cap.
If they're going to spend
All right,
billions
well,
of dollars, they better be spending on USA Darts.
put a cap in baseball. Here we go. All right, guys, have fun tonight. We'll see you. Bye.
Thank God he's gone. And Stacy trying to leave a finish. Does do so. Oh, no, it's double out, not master out. My mistake. Good luck, Will. Good luck, Will. Circling back, Mary has the opportunity now to get out in front. One more bowl would do quite a few favors here and does get it to leave 1-4-4. Now Tony, sitting at 177, can still get underneath. Kind of a little too fancy. I don't like starting the 19s. Your goal right now is to get as low as possible because you know Schmee has that 38.83 coming up, and it's all about doing the setup play. I don't like going for the extra fanciness. Leroy has an outside opportunity. Trouble 20 or 18. Goes for the 18, but got a little gitchy. Should go back to the bold lead 40 and does do so. So it is teed up quite well. But 114 is eligible to go in this format. Bull 14 bull should be the look. Drills the double. Single 14. No, this is what happened last time Schmidt had it out. Pulls the dart, and now he should hit a single 3. You should always leave the bull if you can bowl out in a master or non-true double out format. Went 13 to leave double top. I don't love that, but we'll see if it comes into play or not. Of course, if Darren takes this, it's a moot point. And drills it with no doubt in his mind. And now TNC has a 2-0 lead. 3 in the neighborhood's going to feel a little frustrated knowing that they could have produced a little bit more than what ended up coming into the cards. Here we go. Stacy's going to get things going. Does find that bull in the last start. Very important. to make sure you're staying steady. Anytime, especially in Division 1, but this is just true with any fat pull format, your goal should always be 2 a round. If you're hitting 2 a round, you're doing great. If you hit 1, you're safe. If you hit 3, you gain a little bit of favor, right? So always play with that mentality of let me just go ahead and get 2 real solid bowls every single time. Drills the double. I mean, good spot to guide in on the dart, but no, undercuts it a little bit. Does get another double on the last, though. Solid 2 bowls. Again, mission accomplished. You can't do it all in one turn. Be happy with getting these marginal wins when you can. We appreciate each and every one of you guys in the chat hanging out with us. Of course, you're going to be dealing with my sultry tones as well as out there playing and having fun. It's nice to give him a night off every now and again. Mostly for my sanity, but I guess for his too. Ready to try to answer. Looking good so far. Oh, unfortunate. Caught the flight a little funny and hit just outside into the 11. And he's saying, hey, yo, Nick. Hey, yo, Andy. How you doing? Darren taking an extra moment to get himself settled into place. His first 3 darts of the leg. Good spot on the bowl. You love that bottom side. Can place it just right on top of those. Cuts away a little bit as he looks at his watch. I wonder if he got a notification or if he was just trying to blame the watch. There are no bowls for Stacy, so it's slowed down for an opportunity. If Mary can catch this and get ahead a little bit, maybe especially by at least 50 points, so if she can hit a 90-point turn here, a low ton really, this is going to feel a little dangerous as the throw could be in line to get broken. Does still get in front and gains a little bit of ground, so relatively chalk in this matchup. Randy saying sultry tones. Well, this is the best I got. I'm trying my best. Chris saying, where are you guys playing at? We're over in Kenosha, Wisconsin right now at the Parkway Chateau inside the Brat Stop, excuse me. So it's a great venue. This is a really cool place. You can buy a brat and throw darts. Pretty good. What else do you need? Andy, hope things are doing well for you, man. Shmay needs to leave a finish here. Has to put the pressure on Darren to get under. It's an important moment. It's starting to get to do or die territory. And that last start keeps getting away from him. You can see the reaction. It's really starting to affect him. Stacy Braswell saying, hey guys, hope all is well. Hey Stacy. Just bought your husband's darts today, and while he may be ugly, the darts are pretty good. Congrats to Awesome Braswell and Nick East on those shot collab deals that just got posted out. Stacy just needs to take a deep breath, just like she did. Focus on this first start of the bowl. Goes right to trip 17. I don't like that. I think you want to play on the bowl a little bit, focus on the power scoring, but still collects on the 1. Leaves at 79. Mary at 149. A little bit trickier. Can't go bull first. Kind of shrugs her shoulder there. Good correction. Now Tony at 79. Can he go ahead and take this leg? You don't want Leroy to get this swing, or else you're going to be in some trouble here. Single 20, double 20. And no, gets pulled straight on down. Tony not happy with it. Leroy has an opportunity at 80. Bull double 15, double 20, double 20. Are you going to get freaky with it? Trip 10, Bull? No, Bull. Double 15. Now double 5. Not over yet. But does get it there, and you can go ahead and see we got a pretty lively room already building up out there. You'll love to see that. As I'm excited to be out here at the Kenosha Darts Classic. It's a lot of great people, a lot of great fun happening, and a packed house full of 40 dartboards and a lot of Wisconsinites and friends ready to drink and have a good time. I'm looking forward to all the action. So thank you all for tuning in as we're going to have a good night covering these trips action. There's 3 levels of trips going on, Division 1, 2, and 3. And that was a 3-0 win once again for TNC, who will be moving on to the next round. Will Stewart's team, I don't know if he's got a match yet. Yes, they do on board 7. Is board 7 within our view? Can we, get sneaky here? Hold on, guys. Will never lets me pilot these controls, so give me a quick second as we're going to try to get sneaky on them. See what we can find here. Get a good look over the top. It's a great setup that they have at this venue. They have the very nice finals area. Do want to quickly thank our sponsors for this event. The Bullseye, Booyah Darts, Maximum Precision, and Anticipation Sports Bar. Thanks to every single one of them for giving the love and support to this lovely, lovely event, by the way. Big shout-outs all across the board as we'll go ahead and take a peek at first match we can find here. So it looks like Will has not started his match yet, so go ahead and forfeit him. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and we'll take a little overhead look on board 8 over here. Board 8, that is going to be the matchup of Mid at Best taking on Under the Influence. Well, pretty much everyone is here tonight, except for Liam probably. So, folks, we'll be back in just a moment here with more coverage of the Kenosha Darts Classic. My name is Nick Teixeira, joined by the ghost of Will Stewart, as you can see on camera. And we'll be back in just a moment's time. are another great matchup in front of us, and this should be a fun one indeed, as I'm looking forward to seeing the teams of Savannah, Blake, and Mike taking on Lot Lizards with boys. That's a team name if I ever read one. We all know how I feel about team names. I'm Nick Shearer, bringing you coverage of this one with Will Stewart pretending to work in the background there on board number 7. As this should be a lot of fun to be able to watch some dart players throw some good bowls and big rounds. Of course, trying to get that first place prize in this Division 1 bracket. 3 divisions of fun being had right now at the Kenosha Darts Classic. And this is a second round matchup here to play either the teams of Wemmy Elite or Beer Helps. It does. I have a whole bunch of beer there at the Brat Stop. A bunch of New Glarus that I definitely may or may not be taking back home to Rockford after. Good shot there from James. Does find a hat trick early on. Reminder of the format, it is going to be a race to 3. Fat bowl here with double out, where you can bowl out or finish on the double ring. Lady must start, but anybody can diddle. Blake recovers well with 2 bowls. Got to play him online the other day, and we both played so embarrassingly bad, we're just going to stop the story there. This is Scott stepping up to the line now. Lot Lizards with boys is Scott Mikovic, James McConnell, and Lizzie Milliken. And Savannah Blake Mike is Mike Cruz, Blake Keel, and Savannah Vanderleest. Very interesting drawback on Savannah's throw. She really puts that almost underneath her chin and then kind of throws up from there, gives it a big flick. Pretty new to the game, but she's coming in on some good form. Coming off a win from the Racine tournament a week ago. I have an inside reporter here. Don't worry, guys. I know I just moved to Rockford and been coming up to Wisconsin more, but got a lot of homework to do. As there you go, Mike Cruz goes ahead and nails a hat trick. Greed 3300 in the chat saying, you guys are commentating tonight. The silence of TOC was difficult to watch. Well, actually, I will say with TOC, each year we've done more and more coverage. So last year, we actually only streamed the morning events and had 0 streams in the evening. This year, streamed all the morning and then continued on with no commentary streams in the evening while also filming bonus content. So it was our biggest take yet with the Tournament of Champions. So of course, we just wanted to take that extra step to provide some bonus coverage to those as well, because let me be honest, with all those players in that room, of course they deserve to be in the stream on the finals if possible. So you love to see it. As Savannah, big moment for her in this first leg, needs to leave a finish and wants to leave it fairly clean, put the pressure on Liz. All over the outside of the wire. Does go ahead and convince that last start to follow in. Good correction and a needed one. Now Liz has the pressure to leave a finish. Needs to find at least 81 points to leave the 170. Bull would have left the 167, but doesn't find it. Mr. Cruz here. Bull 11 bull should be the finish in this format. See if he agrees. So far, so good. Bullseye needed. No, not quite, as he was ready to ring the bell there. I gotta tell you now, this is a dart player's beard right here. I love everything about the demeanor and physique of James McConnell. Pretty sure he said some bad words to his darts there. Did hit 108 to put a little bit of pressure. Blake should be able to clean up 48. 816 wire. Not quite. You got to aim at that wire in that shot when you're playing a team event. You need to get as many darts as possible. Pressure's on now, and it doesn't convert. And now you're putting the pressure on Savannah if she gets an opportunity. A little bit of an errant dart leads to a little bit of a troublesome position. 104 now the swing for Scott. Bull for bull, or you start the trip 18. Does start trip 18 and drills it. Should be able to tap it in. And does it do so just barely on the inside of the wire, but one way or another, Lot Lizards does break the throw to start things off. We already started off with a 3-0. We're on track to have only 3-0s tonight, guys. Randy's saying, what a loud shirt. Looks like Walt Disney threw up on him. Well, let me tell you, dart players are not known for having subtlety in general, so I'm here for it. I literally have a Buzz Lightyear jersey. Awesome. No bulls on the open, though, for Savannah. So Liz has an opportunity early on to continue on with the pressure. While I'm not the biggest fan of team names in the world, I got to say, if you are going to do team names, having a shirt that matches your team name makes it worth. And that's a round of shots there from Liz. Only finds 5. Bent Metal in the chat saying, I have a question. I just started playing soft tip again. What is the legal weight for darts? Thank you. Well, it is dependent on the actual tournament organizers if they set restrictions. I'll be completely honest. I've never seen that rule enforced. The technical ruling, if you're going based off arachnid, would be 20-gram barrel weight max. But the average tournament, unless you're throwing something ridiculous, shouldn't have a problem. I've never actually seen someone get the darts weighed in the time of my last, 10 years now, 11 years of me playing. Good stuff from Blake. And does correct well on that last. It's very easy to deflect on those first 2 darts to the left side, get caught up in the highway traffic. So good calculated throw. Puts pressure on Scott to follow to keep it within 10. You're saying love the idea of having a Toy Story theme with me, Will, and Jen. I'm just sad that we made a Bo Peep jersey and we didn't put Ryan Mooneyham in it. That's the whole point. Yeah, it was really cool. Honestly, I was as much as I was excited to match with Will and Jen, because who isn't? I was more excited to match with Will's son Bryson. That's my dog. Him and I talk about monster trucks and throwing Pop Darts the other days. He's way cooler than his dad. It's not even close. Now separation has grown. 102 points means that Michael can just go ahead and push them out in front. You can stay right in the bowl too, even though it leaves the 159. You're okay with that because there's no way the other team can leave a finish. Get down to the races and then let Blake do the setup work or take out if he so chooses. It'd be really cool if I knew my math. If he takes out 159, I will buy him a drink. I keep thinking this is master. I feel like whenever I see triples, I'm so used to it being yeah, I love master out in a triples type environment. 57 for 32. Try to leave the bull. I don't mind that, especially with how far in front they are. You can set up however you like. Scott now at 343. Again, just focusing on doing the work. This leg's looking likely to go ahead and make this 1-all. Bull double 13 for Savannah. Pins it in 2. Good shot there. Shot a 30.38. That's the type of team play when you're all in the high 30s. And, yeah, you have the top 2 averages with your B and C position, the higher of the 2 ladies. Yeah, great performance from the whole team. Was slow to start, but picking up very quickly. Liz is just all over the outside, just not converting. We appreciate each and every one of you guys watching across our different streaming platforms. We are live over on Facebook and YouTube today for USA Darts, and we love when you guys are watching along with us. So feel free to comment, ask your questions, tell us some inside facts about the players, or basically anything except the World Series, because when Will Stewart's here, you guys can talk to him about that. I'm not the baseball guy. If you want, I can pretend to give Will Stewart's answers, because all he has been talking about is you can buy a win now. It does blah, 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 blah. So I'm pretty sure I could answer on whatever he would say about the World Series. Man, Cruz is a very animated player. I love every bit of it. I love it when you give a little pizzazz on it. He is all pizzazz. Is coming back up for a little bit of redemption. And she really just pulls that straight from the hip. Like, that is a continuous motion. I just pulled up on my side cam here, and as she transfers the dart to her other hand, she's pushing her dart arm straight out. There's no set position there. Very much the inverse of a very intentional set position before drawing back fully here from Savannah. The only thing is she really dips that dart straight to the ceiling, which means that you're going to have a very large arc in your throw, rather than players that typically will draw back a little bit shorter and push the dart out. A little bit similar here to what we're seeing from James. Having a large arc is not a problem, but you have to know your exact release point every single time. Let's see. Jason Watt saying, what's going on, Nikki D? What's going on? JCW? Nope, that didn't work. And then Bruce saying, how's Will doing? I don't care. And now let me check how he's doing. I actually don't know how he's doing. Let's see how the better of the two streamers. Let's see. They are currently up 2-1 over the Garrett Rakowski-led team. That is Sprinkles, Garrett, and Care Bear. Big hat trick there from Scott, by the way. Does get to 109. Leaves a finish. Has to find two-trip turn. Did do the math right. Fortunately, did not convert. Doesn't find the two bulls. No, not as much pressure on Liz. Does not have to go. Doesn't leave a finish with that second dart. Should have gone trip 20 for double 18. Tries to tee it up. Leaves at 37. A little bit of work to do. It's up to Savannah right now to leave a finish just in case, because 37 is not a gimme. There will be a wasted dart in there. Oh, what a moment. Savannah does leave a finish. That is the goal of that turn. Finds the two bulls. And now James has to do a little bit extra work here. Single 5 for double 16 is the route. But no worries on the mind. Lot Lizards with boys. I assume the W is with boys. So good on them. I don't know why we're talking about that nickname. I know better. 2-1 up right now. But Savannah, Blake, and Mike get the start. In a loser start format, there's not as much punishment for the leg one break that we saw. T-Dub saying you should dye your hair Dodger blue to mess with Will. Honestly, I just like dyeing my hair blue, so that's not a big ask. Maybe we can do that. The second best Stewart falling closely behind Bryson. Hannah Stewart saying hi, Poopy Butt Nick. Means Bryson's watching, so hi, Poopy Butt Bryson and Hannah. Douglas C. McKelly asking, is it more fun to commentate soft tip or steel tip, or does it truly not matter? I like commentating good darts. I don't really have a preference. Obviously, as a BullShooter employee, I would like to say that the soft tip is the correct answer. But no, I can tell you, if you'll hear it in my voice when I'm liking it and when I'm not. I legitimately like good storylines and good darts, or really, really bad darts. But no, nothing in the middle. I don't want average darts. Average, I see a lot of average. Yeah, great field of people out here. Jason Watt commenting that Crystal Wagner's in the background. Let me tell you, a very, very talented room. James trying to go ahead and close down this distance. Having some trouble. Is only going to be able to close it down. And no, won't even find a bull. With the two toes. Reagan Windsor saying, hey, what's going on? The best Windsor. That's an easy one. Mike Maloney is in the building. Hot Rob in the building. Jeremy Byrne in the building. Mr. Parker in the building. Oh, yeah? Love to see that. A good hat trick there from Scott. Makes things a little bit more interesting. Closes down that gap, and Savannah in a moment where, she needs to convert, this time not finding the darts. The Wednesday CSC match, the King seat was won by Brett Hollanday. He is 1 win away from being our first two-time Division II title holder, something we have not seen in the 8, now 9 seasons so far. Corey Beck also in the running, still on the loser side of the bracket for that dream. If Corey Beck makes the final, it'll be a guarantee. And it's saying, Bryson wants to know where his dad is. Well, slacking off. I can tell you that much. But he's currently still 2-1 up in that matchup. We'll play against the WEMI Elite team at the next round, whoever wins that matchup, which will be Kevin Krause, Sarah Sass, and Rob Waterfield. Pretty good team there. Another good low ton, a little bit more ground gain from Lot Lizards, who started off slow. This is becoming very much a dangerous position. Blake needs to convert all three. You have to feel. Well, this is so far so good. Plenty of room. Does find the 3 bulls. Scott now to try to leave a finish. As Hannah and Bryson, I can tell you, your dad's back here now, as his back is hurting apparently. So he must have done all the work. Yeah. Oh, Scott having now a big miss. Only 5 points on the score. Does find the bull on the last, but all the work that they did to get back out up there, now in a very intense position because Savannah gets a little bit of a redemption turn here, and this is where she did really well in the last leg. On the setup round, can she leave 95 with the last bull? She can. 2-dart finish on the setup. And Liz has all the pressure now. Has to hit 80. Not a finish from Liz. Tried to give it a good effort. But Cruz now at 95 to send this to a last leg decider. Not going to happen. Unless he hits the 57, but no. And then doesn't slow down. I mean, I know he has a pretty rapid pace, but you've really got to collect on that bull at the end. 208. Can you put pressure on this? Get down to 58? It's a good start. It's a good follow. And it's a good finish. Now makes it a little bit more interesting because Blake has to hit this. Your 15s first? Trip 10 bull for the fans. Should be bull for double 15. Trip 20, double 10. I like this one as well. And does hit it. A must hit. Does convert. And it's 2-2 in the matchup. You really go 15s first? Should have been a diddle on this last leg. Oh, they're doing the count up diddle. There we go. So we are just going to go ahead and see who gets to start. Savannah's never looked worse because it's Blake throwing. I don't know. I do like Liz's beard. I'm a fan. But only 100. Well, now it's hard. You have to find 2 trips. I was going to say you can utilize the bull, but it's not going to come into play. Savannah, Blake, and Mike will get the start. Randy Vander's asking, will the brackets be on CompuSport? I'll do you one better. It's over on your BullShooter app. Just go over. It's free on your Android or iOS device. Download the BullShooter app. Go to the tournament section and then switch it from my events to all events, and you'll be able to follow along with every single bracket. But here is the level 1 bracket in the chat for you guys as well, as you guys can access that there. I'll also go ahead and put level 2. And how about for the fans, let's put level 3 in here. So those are your links to bracket. But you guys can follow this all along on your smartphone as well. Mike, this is a tournament that anybody can join. This is an open tournament here at the Kenosha Darts Classic, and I highly recommend. If you guys are free, Brandon Parker looking for a partner. I got 3-1 Nick in favor of Will's team. All right. Don't know why I'm catching strays. I'm just sitting here doing work. Yeah, Will and Phil Taylor did win. Weird thing to call Skylar, but I'm sure she appreciates the compliment. And I'm sorry, I was actually reading that backwards. So the winner of this will play the Wimmy Elite team. Will's team will be playing the Pink Pony Club. Now, that might be my team, honestly. Pink Pony Club is going to be the team of Conrad Wood, Brittany, last name, and Andrew Nickel. Shrant? And don't worry, guys, there's not an earthquake in Kenosha. Someone just kicked the heck out of the trussing system. Jordan, this tournament is held at the Brat Stop in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Specifically over in the Parkway Chateau room. Good look on the last start as well there from Savannah, but drops that dart low. Cruz really wants the last bull. He does find it. Makes the setup job a lot easier. James has to get a good round in. 2 bulls will not feel like enough because you'll still need a trip on your setup. Only hit a low ton more than likely to leave a finish. And no, not going to be happy at all. 6 darts for 257. This is a round 2 matchup here in Division 1. Blake's going to do a good job on the setup so far. Unlucky on that deflection. Not quite a single 9. Not quite a bull either there, Blake. Scott should be just drilling in on the bull. Hoping for some errors. He's going to try to dig deep. Does find a low ton there. Savannah does not have to take the 148, but for the fans, she will. Calling it now. She will next time. And a big last start there. Vanderleest does go ahead and leave it at 70. 20 for Bull on the next shot. There will be a next shot. And Liz doesn't leave a finish, but does find that last start Bull. But you're asking for a lot of favors, as Mike Cruz here wants to go ahead and get this done right here, right now. And it does do so. You can see the dap us up as wow, let's try that again. You can see them dap it up as Will Stewart's just walking double fisting the drinks right in front of the camera. Shout out to Will Stewart, everybody. He is working hard today. I will say, he asked me in advance if he was okay with me running the stream by myself, and I said I would prefer it, but also I didn't have to help with setup, so he had to do all the setup. And that's the part I actually really, it's my least favorite part, the setup. So, yeah, shout out to when Brandon and I go ahead and win doubles tomorrow. So, thanks, Will. He doesn't know that part yet. But, folks, we're just waiting on that next match to get over to the board. More than likely, because I see Will's match was put on hold, I have a feeling they're going to try to put him up over on the stream board. We're going to see, as there's only one more match left in the second round before we are in the top 4 on the winner's side for Division 1. Again, 3 divisions, 3 brackets running. And you can follow along right on your phone. Oh, wait, well, I was about to send a commercial break, but we got a great comment here. Brian saying, has the American education system failed the people so hard they have to get robots to do the adding, subtracting for the dart scores? Man, has your European education made you so sad you can't just watch people throw pointy objects and have fun? It is just a game, folks. We're happy to be bringing you coverage here. As USA Darts covers steel tip and soft tip, including we just had a couple PDC players on our stream not too long ago, and I appreciate your comment as it helps us get this stream out there to more people in the algorithm. We'll be back here in just a moment's time. I'm Nick Teixeira, joined by the ghost of Will Stewart. Don't go far. Well, here we go, everybody. We have a great matchup here, which should be a very enticing one for any of our USA Darts fans, as our own Will Stewart making an appearance on the live stream, playing with Elliot Melk and Skylar Belchard, taking on the Pink Pony Club, and what should be a very fun matchup. Of course, Chapel Roan was too busy to participate in this team lineup, but she did send some pretty good follow-ups here with Brittany, Andrew, and Conrad, and what should be a good one. My name's Nick Shear, bringing you coverage of this one on the mic. Let's have fun, sit back, relax, and talk some great darts. While we were on commercial break, Brian saying, you think I'm from Europe, so I got that one wrong. That's per usual. I usually get most things wrong here. And then he says, I'm just jealous you guys have so many people playing darts together. Good to see it. Yeah, I love it, man. The KDC Kenosha Darts Classic has been going on now for 12 years and going strong. I mean, to have just this division with 20 triples teams, but then I believe 20 and 17 in the other one. So in total, 57 teams of triples, over 150 dart players in this room with 40 different dartboards. It's just a bunch of people having a good time. And this tournament, I said it earlier, passes the vibe check, so to speak, with everybody in the room having a very loosey-goosey, let's laugh and have some fun type of environment. And Jordan Wynn asking a great question, is this tournament open to anybody? Yes, it is. Come on in. Come on in. The tournament's open to anybody, and you can still sign up as Will Stewart hits a hat trick to get things going. And Drew Nichols stepping up to the line here. Going to try to cover the deficit, hit a hat of his own. Not going to happen. And that's a full stop. You can see when he brings the dart back to his eye line, that is a full committed, like, I am stopping my dart and then starting from there. You could. It's very interesting because he does have, like, a drawback motion and then stops. Elliot follows with a hat trick. Skylar, Will, and Elliot off to the races. Conrad Wood, who was in the chat earlier, now on the dartboard. Hits 103. Two bulls around normally gets the money. I do like that his shoes are matching his jersey. Skylar, good spot on the first bull. Oh, she's going to try to find all three, and she does. That is another hat trick. 3 in a row for Skylar, Will, and Elliot. One apiece. Sitting at 174 and not even blanking. Will in the going second position. So they have Elliot as an anchor on this team lineup. Very interesting as far as the order of operations. Will cannot take out 174 in this double out format. We'll have to be setting it up. Boldly 56. Does do so. Truden Wood saying, let's go, Pops. Conrad, it must be Pops. I'd love to see it. You can see Drew trying to find an angle on this bull. Does get underneath those two darts. Tough position, good execution. But the Milkman looking to go ahead and convert. Misses the big number. 14 or the 10-6 wire again. Double 20. And clicks below the wire. So Skylar will be on cleanup duty, but we'll have at least 3 darts. So Skylar going to see what she can do in this moment. And won't be able to take it. Should bust. Yeah, chooses to bust that last start. A little finger gun action. This would be a big moment here. A little bit. Just needs a little bit of this 134 to go her way. Bull, double 17. Double 10 now. Will Stewart to get leg number 1. Outside. 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 Misses all 3. And in a leg where Pink Pony Club should not have had an opportunity, all of a sudden can convert on 62. 12 for Bull is the swing. This would be a pretty big steal considering how the leg started with 3 hats in a row. Misses the big number, only 1 dart. 7 for Bull, 17 for Tops. Misses the big number twice. Unbelievable stuff. Drew, unfortunately, not going to be able to convert at all, and misses on the 3rd dart as well, basically conceding the leg you have to feel with Elliot Melk approaching, former ESPN athlete. And they do convert. That's a 1-0 lead there, and a hold to throw for Skylar, Will, and Elliott, who let that get a little hairier than they probably would have preferred. Ryan saying, do you have any guesses where I'm from? And there's no differences between single and double bowl. So this is called a fat bowl format where the single and double bowl are both worth 50 points. You can finish on it instead of the outer ring double as well, which does change up the out selections. And considering you said it's 11:16 p.m., I'm going to say you're somewhere on the northeast coast of Canada, if I had to guess. Bruce saying, are you guys thinking of doing double streams like you did TOC at any other tournaments? It's very dependent as Skylar going to start off with a hat trick to follow the low ton. Oh, my goodness. It's very dependent on what the events want to do and the scope of the live stream itself. But that's definitely something that would be mainly for the main events, big events, because you still have to have someone piloting the stream the whole time and everything else. So definitely something we're open to, especially if a certain events want it in particular included. And Brian, you're not bothering me at all, man. I was just giving you a hard time earlier. Everyone, feel free to come along and chat along. As Danny Baggish saying, Will isn't a dart player. I don't see him hitting this, and he did miss 3 outside when Danny said that. So expert commentary once again from the Gambler. Steve Hilger in the chat confirming the great call from Danny. And this is a good race so far. Conrad going to get things going now. The problem is when you're playing a triples format and a mixed triples format, you're thinking, okay, A, keep up with A, B, keep up with B, C, keep up with C. I really think it's interesting to have Elliott in the C position. In most definitions, he would be the highest average player on the team. And everything except for, I don't know, probably commentary. Skylar's really good at talking. And so it's very interesting to see him in that position. They're basically wagering that Elliott will have more chances to clean up. I like front-loading my teams personally. I like the idea of having your highest firepower go first, or in first and second. So in this, with the female start, it would be Elliott in the B position, and then I would put Will in the C position. Not a testament to his game, is seems like he's playing pretty well other than his doubling. Skylar collects a bull on the last. It's a good find. And now all the pressure on the world in the world on Drew. Almost converts on the hat. Not quite. The throw has been taken away. Does Will leave a finish, A? And then B, is it a good finish? He has the backward hats on, so it should be a pretty good form for him, you would have to think. And does hit 2 bulls, leave 114. Solid visit. Conrad going to try to do another 2-bull shot himself. Jules in the chat saying Will has the body of a dart player. Brutal. Bull, 14 bull for the milkman. Oh, misses the big number. This is a reoccurring theme here, it seems. And misses it again on the third dart. This is the inverse of what just happened the other way around with Drew. 144, big ask, but in the wheelhouse. Not anymore. Jared saying with Scotia in the name, I'm guessing Nova Scotia. That's probably a pretty good guess. I'm partial to my Newfie friends in Newfoundland. Those are my favorite of the Canadians. Actually, I don't know. I do like my Van City friends over in Vancouver as Skylar there. She's always very emotive. Does not like that first start pulling into the 8. 27. Should be 11 for double eights. Honestly, might go to the 317 or 319 just so that way you can miss inside. And because that's the problem, right? So you go over there. If you hit anything other than a single 11, you don't have a dart. So pressure, unfortunately, not going in her way. And Drew at 103 has an opportunity to make this one apiece. Single 3. Bullseye. Does go, and now it's 1-1 after some missed darts at doubles from Skylar and a errant setup there from Elliott. Adrenaline 219 says, what's some good spots in Indianapolis that host tournaments? I have not played many tournaments in Indianapolis, but I do know the Night Owls bar is a very popular dart bar in the Indy area, so that would be my recommendation. Ryan saying, team name could be Schmidt Sandwich. Skylar, Baller, Milkman, Baller, Will, Filler. I love it. Love it. Hope you guys are enjoying all of this as well. I see all you guys commenting along. If I didn't read your comment, it's because I hate you. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of you guys tuning in across Facebook and YouTube, and I appreciate each and every one of you as we are having a good time here at the Brat Stop in Kenosha, Wisconsin, specifically the Parkway Chateau Tournament Hall venue. Will doesn't get the hat trick with a little bit of an eye roll on that last start. Clicks on the wire. But again, time and time again, it's all about the two bulls around to convert. Guys, make sure if you are watching right now to share. Let me try this again. Hello, everybody. I'm Nick Share, professional commentator. If you guys are watching right now, share around and say Will Stewart's playing on stream, and either some boos or some cheers, depending on how you feel about that. Good hat trick from Elliott. Conrad pressure's on. I think here's the hard part with Elliott in the C position. Conrad's a very solid player. I've known him for a few years. I believe we first met at the Doug's Sports Pub Darts Championship in Plover, Wisconsin, which is coming up here first weekend of November. He's a very solid player, but it feels pressure when you have Elliott going in front of you because it makes you feel like you have to match exactly what's happening at all times. Can't put that level of pressure on yourself. Focus, especially in a format like this, on playing for your teammates and playing against the board. Don't worry about the opponent. Just outside. It's a good low ton there. A little bit. It's a lot of bit, as that is quite the high five between her and Drew. I love every bit of that. Will on setup duty. Steel tip guy going for the 133. Doesn't convert. And that's the risk there, is if you don't find the trip on the first dart and you definitely don't find the second dart, there's no way to leave it out on the third. No pressure, though, and that's part of the reason why he did that shot selection, is the fact that there's no way that Drew can leave a finish. So you can shoot it however you like, and there, Drew doesn't do much of what he intended. And Elliott is going to try to hit 145 points here to set up Skylar. Good spot on the bull. Trip 15. And hits 145 to leave Skylar the bull. Conrad will not be able to leave a finish after that first dart. This could be for a 2-1 lead. Could have potentially been a 3-0 scenario after some missed doubles from Skylar, Will, and Elliott. Skylar drills it for a 2-1 lead. Normally I cheer against Will, but I really got to say, I'm a big fan of Elliott and Skylar. Jeffrey asking if I'm solo tonight. Yeah, Will said, okay, I'm going to invite you out here, but secretly it's just so that way I can ignore you and leave you. But if I got the option of hanging out with myself or Skylar and Elliott, I probably would have said yes. No, it's really cool to be able to get out and play. I know last year at the EDC finals, I got to go play in the All-Star event, as that is a big hat trick to get things going. And you can see the support and the high fives and celebrations. Just take a clip of that moment. That's everything we needed right there in a box of chocolates. Follows up with 2 bulls. Now we're really heating up here to try to get into a 3rd round matchup. Does collect on the last. Again, 2 around, gets the money, especially going first for Pink Pony Club. You can see Will, he always likes to look straight down that floor. He loves a fast-paced play as a steel tip player. So for him, he has to try to focus on his self-pacing, which is why he's waiting until he hears the changeover. Converts on the 2 bulls. Jared Martin saying, there's all sorts of different rules in soft tip depending on the tournament. Sometimes I'm still confused, and I've been watching for 2 years now. Yeah, between freeze rule, fat bowl, master out, things that you don't typically see in steel, and the fact that every region has different formats, let alone every region having a different definition of the Chicago format as well. Start off with a hat. She would love to do it again. She doesn't. Gets away from her, and an opening now for Skylar. She's going to try at the very least to make things chalk. If she can get ahead, the question will be how much. Does go ahead and get it just by a smidge. 43 points of separation. And Drew on setup. 2 bulls and a good fallout will get you there. 2 bulls will not get you there now. You have to switch. That was an error of a last dart. Would have left 159 in a double out format, even with the fat bull. You can't do it. 232. Should be on a finish now. I say should, as he does find the last dart on the bull to leave the 128 for Elliott. For potential 3-1 win. Conrad needs to go ahead and make sure that there's an insurance policy taken out on this match. Does do so with a good low ton. But will Elliott end it here? Finds the bull, staying there for double 14. And does convert for a 3-1 win. And good stuff between these 2 teams, but Skylar, Will, and Elliott proven to be a pretty lethal trio as Will gives a little finger gun to the camera and then does it again. Doubling down on the finger guns. You love to see it. Kevin Luke, Ram Guevara Jr. in the chat, David Al, Jeffrey, Jared, Julio, Dietmar, CC, Mike, and everyone else. Jeff McMahon, all you guys tuning in. My friend from Nova Scotia, Brian. Appreciate all you guys watching the Kenosha Darts Classic. We're going to take a quick moment here as we are waiting for the next round matchup to get going here. And Actually, I think we're about to have a live interview with the match winner. Is this the one, the only, the B-rated player on the team, Will Stewart?
Hello. It's
Will,
me.
Will, talk us through.
Mr. Two Bullseye.
Yeah, how was the double 10 treating you today?
Absolutely horrible. And that's usually my go-to number. Like, I was like, busted. I got this. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But, hey, it works.
How about the hat trick with you, Elliot, and Skylar, though?
That was
pretty
good.
intimidating.
And
huh?
then we followed it up.
Almost lost the leg.
Yeah. I mean, at least we took it. So we're looking all right.
We are looking great. As our next match should be up here pretty soon.
On the winner's side?
You're on the top 4 on the winner's side. That is correct.
All right.
So
more work to be done.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we have some more dart matches to be done here on the stream. We're going to take a quick moment here to play some commercials, play some ads, and then we'll be back here in just a moment's time with more coverage of the Kenosha Darts Classic here in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the Brat Stop. Go get some brats, folks.
What is the purpose of the Vertex stand? This product is made by Winmore, and they have solved 3 different problems. Number 1, when you don't want to permanently mount a dartboard. Number 2, when you can't drill into your walls. And number 3, when you want to travel with a dartboard. Not everyone wants a dartboard permanently mounted into a wall. Perhaps you just want to bust out the dartboard occasionally to entertain friends or family. The Vertex stand is perfect because you don't drill into the wall, you simply lean it against a flat surface. This is easily the most convenient product I've ever seen that you can set up or tear down super fast for portability. In minutes, you can have everything packed and ready to go with you for your next darts tournament or a friend's house or even camping. You can lean this bad boy up against a tree. On top of all of that, I love the idea of being able to easily travel with a dartboard. This thing is awesome. I was given it just to review, but believe me when I say it is not going back to A to Z Darts. They can try to pry it out of my hands.
Tell by the way they're scoring, there may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing Lemonades you will ever see in your life! I can't speak! Double 12, and the 9 Dart King lands another one! Double 19, Michael. Double 12, back going! The ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world number 1 is world champion.
What is a bad habit that you see way too often in darts?
Just one?
I mean, name as many as you want.
Dropping the arm that holds the darts on the third dart, swinging the leg over to initiate like walking forward after you've thrown your third dart. Throwing like wussy darts.
Wussy darts.
It's not like PC, but that's how I would call it, where you're in kind of a panic state, like me right now, and you don't trust your like throwing mechanics, so the dart kind of just like falls out of your hand. I see a lot of people when they compete for the first time, they just like get so scared they just don't trust and they don't snap and have that really nice follow through. And I was once one of those players, so trust me when I say what you have to do when you're in a panic state like this is you're gonna want to take a big deep breath, exhale slowly. Oh, that's terrible with the spice. And then sink your weight into the heel, relax, like no tension in the arm, let the dart fall back, and then bang. You know, you really like, pow, you really need that full extension, because here's the thing. What I wish someone told me like so much sooner than my friend told me, you're either going to hit or you're going to miss. So miss with confidence.
So today we're going to learn how to throw a dart. In each turn of darts, you get 3 darts to throw. So with all 3 darts in your non-throwing hand, step up to the toe line. If you're right-handed, put your right foot on the line. Lefties, left foot. This isn't baseball, so you want the same foot forward as your throwing arm, not the opposite. Usually the toe line is set so that your foot will be right up to the front edge of the line, not behind it. This toe line is also known as the aki. The position of your front foot is usually at an angle to the line, to some degree. Your back foot should be a little bit wider than shoulder width away from the front. Put 1 dart in your throwing hand while holding on to the other 2 darts in your other hand. Looking at the dartboard, focus in on a spot you want to hit. To start, let's look right at the bullseye. As you stare at your target, lean forward, bring the dart up and draw it back towards your eye. Throw the dart by moving your hand and forearm towards your target, keeping everything else as still as possible. Hold your position while transferring the second dart to your throwing hand and repeat your throw. Once you've thrown all 3 darts, your turn is complete and you can retrieve your darts from the board. And yes, it will take some practice to get the dart to go where you're aiming. It's not as easy as the pros make it look. But with practice, I guarantee your accuracy will get better, and I tell you, there's nothing better than having 3 darts go exactly where you wanted them to. If you've already been throwing darts and have had success with something slightly different than what I've just explained, great, fantastic. As long as it works for you, no problem. Just keep in mind that any extra movement in your throw will make it harder for you to hit your target consistently. As a beginner, just try to get all 3 darts to land in the same area. As you build your confidence, you can narrow down your target, getting all 3 darts to land in one number, say, like the 20s.
Callisto. A range offering 3 different variants. The key similarity of all options is the unique matte texture and reverse cut all throughout. Those with softer or clammy hands looking for grip options that don't tear up your skin might gravitate towards this range. The matte coating and simple groove proves you don't need insane milling to create consistent grip. We rate the Callisto range overall a 3 out of 5 for grip intensity. Callisto by Winmore, available now.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at azdartstoday.
Alrighty, time for another great matchup here on our live stream, as this should be a good one. You can see Daryl Nycannon getting things started off here, as it's going to be Tim Lloyd, Daryl Nycannon, and Renee Nycannon getting things started for the Renee, Daryl, and Tim team. Going up against Mid at Best, which is going to be a very apt name for the team of Mike Maloney, Liz Tynan, and Ian Hutchinson, and what should be a fun one indeed. I'm looking forward to seeing how this will play out, as Mike Maloney will get the start for his team. Liz Tynan going to get the start in the first leg here. It's going to be a race to 3 format. Fat Bull, you can finish on the bull or the double ring in this format here. Loser start. So sit back, relax, and let's watch some good darts here, everybody. I'm Nick Teixeira, bringing in commentary. Will Stewart out there, not working. Probably watching this baseball game as Toronto's up 11-2, and even I don't care about baseball, but going off a grand slam right into a 2-run homer, pretty good stuff going on over there, it seems like. Here we go. Liz to get things going. And doing what Liz does best, starting off with a couple bulls there, gets a low ton to get things started. You can see rocking the Julie Weaker jersey, RIP to one of the greats. Saw her name on several of the trophies over there at TOC. Was at the time only 2 people to ever hold the Women's CSI Tournament trophy at the Tournament of Champions, with her Julie Weager and Chrissy Grimmel, now joined by Meredith McGee. I see Mike motioning towards his arm there, as that has been bothering him for the last couple of weeks. He did something to his elbow there, and it's just been hitting a little different for him. Daryl Nycannon, he throws absolute javelins of darts. Remember, Will introduced me to him back at 2023 NDA Team Dart, probably, somewhere around there. Yeah, it would have been 2023. And he's like, go throw Daryl's darts. And I got to tell you, man, I mean, it's a long step. Him, Garrett Rakowski, Alex Feldman even throws a pretty long setup as well. As I believe I am joined here by the third best player on his own team, Will Stewart.
I wanted to leave you just hanging there for a second, but I figured I'd go ahead and talk since it is our stream, whatever. Anyway, all stream. Anyway, yeah, so far, been good tournament. I mean, these brackets are rolling for being 3 different divisions here. Their first true test of this 3 different division, and I think it's working. I think they're getting a lot more of the local support, which is needed at a tournament like this.
Yeah, you can tell that every player here is just so engaged and ready to have a good time. And the fact that they're able to manage the fun, casual atmosphere with very competitive darts and keep things flowing, I mean, that's a hard recipe to cook up there.
It's for you that have a local league, or maybe you run an event and you struggle to get that local support, you know, have that big event tournament, but also have something opposite 6 months down the road that's maybe a little bit smaller for the local people. Also, you can do something with your league where maybe if you play, all right, let's say we have 4 sessions in a year. Maybe if you play 2 of those sessions, you automatically get an invite to the big tournament, whether it be one event your choice, doubles or singles.
Well, and to your point, Will, I mean, it's all about building opportunities for players to get into darts by having intimidating events and more casual events, right?
Yeah.
Because Booyah Cup, that's scary, right? Even though it's a very good, fun time, it's a scary tournament name value. Kenosha here, it's a little bit more relaxed, but look at the room. It's almost just as tough.
Yeah, it is. If you find yourself in that harder bracket, you're going to have your tough road ahead. I mean, there is Garrett Rakowski. There is Mike Maloney in the room. There's Benny Dersch that's here. I don't know if he's technically playing tonight, but he'd probably be playing sometime this weekend. Elliot Milk. I mean, there's so many great players
Will
here.
Stewart.
Yeah, well, he's just a has-been. As we get Shohei Ohtani with a home run. This is just a home run fest.
I was going to say, I literally had to text you. I was like, they just hit it after the Grand Slam, a 2-run homer. And then Shohei, of course, hitting a homer.
May go down as the best player in baseball.
Shohei, absolutely.
I mean,
Hey,
just what he's doing already. But we'll move on to that point.
I told Chad they're not allowed to talk about the World Series unless you're here. By the
Okay,
way,
well,
so
there we
know.
go. There we go, folks. We're back.
Oh,
We're back.
I already got asked to dye my hair blue to see if it bothers you.
It would. Very much would.
160 not going to go. Even though Liz, a little bit of struggle on the check, won't come into play as Mike Maloney sneezed out the bad dart voodoo and is going to go ahead and try to drill 9 for bull, 19 for double top.
I like the steel tipper out there. Gives you multiple opportunities at the checkout. Because if you miss the bull and you miss into an odd number, uh-oh.
See, what you're saying would make sense. Unfortunately, you're not factoring that I practice my fallouts on the bull.
Oh, okay. You
I would fall
practice
to the
them.
18
You
every
can't-
time.
Okay.
I'll fall to the 18 every
okay.
time. Or 10.
Every single time. Get out of here. Get out of here. And that's why I take that route. Actually, Skylar asked me about the 54 leave earlier, and I was like, no, I'm going 14 tops all the time. And she goes, why? And I said, because of that fallout. You never know what dart or what opportunity you're going to have after that second dart fallout.
Yeah, but your bulls are more convincing than your double ring from what I saw so far.
No kidding.
Kid in the chat saying, hey, Nick, looking forward to seeing you November 8th. Time to move into level 1 to see how far I can go. Wishing everyone a blessed evening as I head off to bed. Thanks for tuning in, Ken. Appreciate having you around. Appreciate each and every one of you. Especially all those that went crazy sharing around Will on the stream.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, honestly, the support there. That was good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
It was the best version of things. They got to hear my voice, but look at you.
Some people would say that's a good thing, I guess.
No, all of them did.
Not all of them. I gave you a slim few, maybe.
No, that was all of them.
Oh, okay.
I read
All right.
every comment.
Every single comment.
I read every one. Mike going to go ahead and push them out in front for mid at best. Going in front at best right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough team. I mean, I looked over at the scoreboard once they were done, and I think the averages were a 45, 41, 37. I was like, ooh, that's awfully difficult to beat.
Well, good news for you. They're on the opposite side of
Yes,
the winners.
I was really hoping that one myself. Avoid that one as long as you can.
Yeah, Will, Skylar, and Elliot get to play either Kraus, Rob Waterfield, and Sarah Sass, or Michael Cruz, Blake Keel, and Savannah Vanderleest. So still some tough opponents coming up in your way, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, every match is tough. You never know.
Well, don't be Mr.
What
Humble
happens?
now. Say what like you weren't on stream. Tell us the real answer.
Every match is tough. Never know what's truly going to happen.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Now, if we could just have Mike or Liz stumble, fall, have an issue with their ankle or arm or something. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's
Don't
what
wanna do
Renee,
that.
Daryl, and Tim are thinking right at this moment. As this is starting to get out of sorts in leg number 2, and Liz is about to hit a 3 in the black. Just kidding. She was going for the high ton. But would've been
Still
really cool.
solid. I mean, you're 260 points ahead of your opponent right now. That is absurd.
It certainly is. And all you really can do is, that's a tough position for Daryl's darts. Yeah, the last one finally got kicked out. He has such long darts. If you go topside bull, it's so easy to deflect.
Well, long darts mixed with the unique flight choice as well. I mean, he's rocking the bumblebees. You are not mistaking there, folks. Very. You don't see that anymore, those unique flights like that. And the fact he's still using them, I love it.
Do you want to mention that on December 20th, there's going to be a benefit for Daryl Nycannon to help cover his over $70K in medical bills that are continuing to rise for him there. So do follow Renee Nycannon on Facebook if you want to find out more information about how you can support, as he's been having his medical bouts for the last couple of years now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's still fighting that battle. Hopefully he can come out on the right side there.
That's the plan. As Ian was also going to plan on taking out that 102 darts, apparently. This is a disgusting lineup so far.
Yeah. I mean, 41.40. That'll play. Pretty solid.
That'll play.
Pretty solid.
It's averaging 2.5 bulls per round. They're going to have to reset the pace here. I know it's freezing back here. Is it hot out there in the room with all the bodies in there? Because I couldn't imagine having a deck fan on right now.
Are you cold now?
I am. I put on a jacket.
Oh, okay. Well, we can turn on the heater for you.
No, I like it. I like it. It keeps me energized. But I'm saying that because Renee has a neck fan on, so I was like,
she does.
I was like, it's like 30 degrees outside, maybe 40. It's like
it's definitely a little bit chillier up here in the great north. Of Wisconsin.
I do like how Will, for years, had to remind me to pack warm clothes for events because I'd be leaving Florida not thinking about it. But now, he's like, make sure to prepare for the weather this weekend, as I live an hour away and already knew what the weather was.
Yeah. Complimentary, just maybe bring a jacket just in case.
But because you texted me, I brought this jacket in particular, so I had my USA Darts one as Mike Maloney hat trick.
Yeah, just automatic. Just automatic. Promising for a 3-0 here.
Yeah, the throw's already been taken away, so all Tim can do is try to make up for some lost grounds. And this one will, unfortunately, now definitely be going further in the other direction. 61-point difference, and Ian gets to continue to expand upon it.
Wow. Pretty good numbers this evening, folks.
Yeah, no, it's great. And honestly, I hate to build up your ego, but it really did shoot up when you guys started playing on the stream by
That's great.
200 people.
That's awesome. Usually mixed triples coverage, it's kind of hit or miss. You know it's going to be a little bit. It doesn't have the jazz, the rapid pace. It doesn't have the big mark after big mark after big mark to it, does it? You kind of lack on that side. You can get back-to-back ones, but usually you don't get the elongated good play. So, yeah, I think that for you guys to support the viewership here says a lot about who we have in the room, as well as you guys are just really wanting to see some darts lately. Come on. I mean, that's great.
Well, it's also, I think a testament to the organizers, because most mixed trips is usually on the second or third night of a tournament. To put it on the first, I think also makes things very interesting. It kind of starts off the base of, hey, we're here to party. By the end, we're playing singles, and it's real deal. It's a little bit of an inverse there. Jeff McMahon saying, it's because we want to see a train wreck, Nick. That's why everyone tuned in.
True. I think everybody anticipated that happening.
I was calling for it after you guys hit 9 bulls in a row and then almost blew it.
Yeah, that would have been a real bummer.
Whew. Well, Ian does have an opportunity at 136 here. Tim cannot do much except try to get in range for a setup. Hat-trick here helps a lot and does find it. Good recovery from his previous visit, but very well maybe too little too late here.
Yeah, this could go bull 36. We'll see if he fancies it here.
Trip 12 for the fans. Never.
He's got it. That's going to be the team to beat tonight, folks. Easily said.
By far the best collected performance we have seen thus far. And I got to admit, I'm not very familiar with Ian, and I'm going to be now.
Yeah, take notes, folks. He may be one that starts getting around a little bit.
A little bit of a ghost in the room, showing that he's more than just a ghost. He might be a downright phantom on the dartboard. as we have a couple more good matches coming up our way here as this winner's side is starting to round out, and that we will be seeing the mid at best team once again in the top 4. Just taking a peek here at the other brackets. Currently grinding along quite well is Division 2 in a pretty much identical spot of the bracket. And Division 3 already getting ready a little bit further ahead of Division 1. Cruising along here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Folks, if you want to follow along the brackets, just go to the iOS or Android App Store and go download your BullShooter app. It's free to make an account there. Once you do go to that Tournament King section, switch it from My Events to All Events, and you'll be able to follow along the KDC 25 Divisions 1, 2, and 3 brackets, as well as the rest of the brackets here at the Kenosha Darts Classic this weekend. I'll be back in just a moment's time with more coverage here of the Kenosha Darts Classic. Nick Teixeira, Will Stewart, don't go far. Here we go. Another great matchup on our live stream here at the KDC Kenosha Darts Classic Tournament in Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name is Nick DeShare, bringing coverage of this one. And we got a good one in front of us here in Division 2. Top 8 on the winner's side. Banging the neighbors is going to be Panda, Gumball, and Rami, excuse me. And Nelson's got to use double-double, Ricky Nelson and Alexis Nelson. And what should be a fun matchup. So I'm excited to see this. Format will be 7-1 open-end master out here, but only race the 2 best of 3 in this Division 2. Alexis there does find one bull, gets a little bit of ground early on. And it was already true in Division 1, but it's going to stay true in Division 2 and even Division 3. 2 bulls around gets the money. That's the conversion you're going for here. If you can get 2 bulls, you're going to be happy with the position. Ricky Nelson coming up to the line. Already has the throw basically in their favor. Ricky is throwing those Truin barrels from Next Gen. So shout outs to Next Gen for the Truin fundraiser barrels. Rami coming up. Division 2, again, going to be a little bit of a different pacing than what we just saw from the mid-at-best thrashing, it felt like. But every time you get a low ton, you're going to feel like it's a job done on the board. Anytime you hit 0 bulls, well, that's not a job done. It's a job failed. And 1 bull is an all right job done. Good low ton collection there from Mr. Double Double. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this fun night of darts. I know I certainly am. Love seeing all the different people tuning in online. Double Double, by the way, is Chris Myers, if you're curious. And the Bang and the Neighbors team, that's Amanda Hansen, Aaron Hauser, and Romney Vasquez. Gumball in his amazing world stepping up to the line. We got that reference? You might be the same age as me, or have a kid the same age as me. Only 1 bull on the turn, and you can see these averages having some big disparities between them. It's all about collecting at the right time. With 701 and a Division 2 type of triples environment, there's going to be moments where you're well in front of the leg that kind of can go back the other direction. Having the throw, I don't think is nearly as important as you drop divisions. It's just about being consistent. At the top level division, it absolutely matters because you want those extra darts. You want those extra opportunities at a finish, as Rami there does find a low ton. Trip 5 on the last, going to be a little frustrating, one a bit more. See Albert Novak in the background there, tournament director for this lovely tournament that we're having. And a good low ton there from Panda to leave the 161 check. Great shot there by banging the neighbors. Things you shouldn't do in darts or in marriage. Alexis not happy with the visit. She's just going to have to shake it off. There's still a lot of darts left in this. Not going for the finish. I don't think that's a problem here. But you got to hit the setup a little bit cleaner. Still fine in master out. Technically still a 1 dart leave. Ricky all the way back at 332. So 6 darts for 39. You can split it if you want. 719 wire. Goes right at it. Outside. Needs to collect on this double. Big deep breath there from Rami. And doesn't collect. Big eye roll to follow the deep breath. Oh, big last dart switches. I wouldn't have normally advised that switch at all, but you have to hit that last dart no matter what you're shooting at. Leaves 150 just in case 26 doesn't go. But Panda, one of the best on the board, takes it in 1, and banging the neighbors, banging the doubles for leg number 1. Race to 2 format, so it's blink and you miss it. Alexis will get the start. Have to settle herself into place. Goes high on the first. Goes low. Can she get in between the two? Well, she does, but just doesn't collect. Good fallouts there. At least finding all cricket numbers, 20s and 19s. Panda wasting no time, finds the bull and makes it a low ton. So far, proving to be the sharpest player in the match. Good on her. Another low ton there. Banging the neighbors. Looking real solid so far. A very frustrating turn. Tries to pivot on the last starts of the 20s after not finding the bulls. But not going to be in a good position. Rami doesn't even have to find all the pressure. You can see that big deep breath, but you collect even just 1 bull, it's going to be a good extension, let alone 2. Hugging the wire. Last one should be likely, but no. Also kisses off the wire. a little bit of a reprieve. Alexis can close down this gap. If she gets a low ton, makes the match chalk, and all you've done is lost your throw, I think you'll be okay with that position. See the frustration mount building up. And last start right on the wire. Good correction. Just doesn't quite get there. Panda, the player to look out for so far. Does go wide on the bull. So Ricky now with a chance. What do you got, Mr. Stanicki? Good first. You can see he does not really have a follow through on that dart. He kind of releases it and his arm stops in place. Can lead to some of the darts going a little bit of a floating direction. You can see similar thing here on Gumball. He releases that dart pretty early, doesn't finish his follow through on it, but he does convert on the low ton. You can see a big shake of the head. You can see the flick of the wrist there for Mr. Double Double, as he does find a hat trick, does finally cover up that deficit, resets the position. Again, Bang and the neighbors have taken the advantage of the throw. Will it come into play? One bull turn. Alexis has been struggling so far, but if she can convert on one solid round at the middle, I feel like a very different leg. Good marker. Hugging the wire. You can see the frustration. Walks off the line up to the second. Taking a moment to reset. I like the reset. And does find that bull. A needed dart. Sorry about that. My dog left the oven on, but Gumball trying to leave a finish for a potential 2-0 win. That's okay, Rudolph. No, the finish not left by Gumball. A big moment. 155 does not have to go. You have 6 starts at it. It's a master out format. I still start the bull here. I like the bull trip 20, trip 15 route myself. Now you're going to try to set up. Bull for double 19. See, I don't love that shot here when your opponent's not on a finish. I either shoot the double 19. I like a trip 20 there for 28. I'm a fan of 28. So that could have been an option. I don't know. Moot point, as the 77 is now the leave. But in a master out fat bull format, I'll do anything to leave the bull, ideally. Tim Neal, Philly legend, saying, "What's up, fellas?" Hey, what's going on, Tim? How you doing? Long time no see, brother. Trip 19 for Alexis. Doesn't, and unfortunately, you need to find it into the 7 or the 3. 16, missing by 2, not in favor, and fortunately hits the double 11, so 19. Work to do on the return. Panda's been an all-star. Cooled off in this leg. What can she do with these remaining 2 darts? Finds a bull. 19 should be the switch. Stays on for the bull. And Ricky, 3 for double 8. Do not pull it into that 19. 15 for double 2. Up to the madhouse. And then boss. I don't love that routing choice in a triples format. In triples, you have to think about what happens if I miss. What am I leaving my partner? In singles, do whatever you want. 15 for double 2 is fine. 17 for bull. Does get the play. And does go. Banging the neighbors. Gets that leg there and the match. Over Nelson's Gotcha. As that will be another good win there in our Division 2 bracket. You can see the room starting to lighten up a little bit as these matches are flowing right on through. Still got our top 4 in Division 1 yet to be played there. They're on hold at the moment. Same thing with Division 2 and I think Division 3 as well. So all those losers bracket matches kind of catching up at the moment. As this room is filled with fun, people having great times here. My name is Nick Teixeira, joined by the ghost of Will Stewart. We will not be far, folks. Don't go anywhere. More action come up here in just a moment's time at the Kenosha Darts Classic. this team looks familiar. It's Mid at Best taking on TNC to try to see who gets into that seat match here in this Division 1 matchup of the Kenosha Darts Classic here in, well, Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name's Nick Teixeira, joined by the ghost of Will Stewart, and we are having some fun here as we're looking at the Diddle game. We just took a look at Division 2. Main difference here is, well, it's a race of 3, and it's also double out instead of master out. So sit back, relax, let's enjoy some good times and some great darts. As you can tell, people are dancing more and more. The energy is still through the roof out there. Took a moment to step out there earlier and said, yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. And I'm having just as much fun back here with you guys. Kane Tang saying, wish I lived closer. Would have loved to have been there. Kenny, I'd love to see you at a tournament like this, man. I always have a good time when I see you over there at any of the events. So always a pleasure, my friend. Mary Brand, we'll go ahead and get things started here for TNC Total Nonstop Carnage. And here is Mid at Best stepping on up with Liz Tynan. Does not find a bull on the opening onslaught. Darren at 6:33, going to focus on bringing it down. Starting to get pretty deep into the winner side of the bracket, so the wins matter more and more. As currently everything except for one playing in the top 8 on the losers side. This pays out to the top 4 teams, so you really want to make sure you convert here, guarantee that first or second place prize. Take the loss, you do guarantee at least, you need one more one to guarantee any prize money into that 4th place position there, as that is a hat trick from Mr. Hulk Smash, Mike Maloney. Leroy and James from earlier in competitions for best beard. 2 different genres of beard. Leroy going for more of the classic Gandalfian style beard. And Ian coming up, the question mark for many when looking at the Mid at Best team that has been proven to be anything but a question mark. This guy is such a steel tipper that he doesn't even have the BullShooter app and has been typing in his email and password to log in for every single match. Absolutely insane behavior, and shame on his teammates for not helping him out at this point. I wish I was making that up. I watched it because I was like, man, how many warm-up darts did he need? I was like, oh, they're not throwing darts. That's actually, he's typing. He's just typing on the board right now. Absolutely, yeah. Looking down at the screen to see which letter is which, because turns out the dartboard face isn't actually designed to be a keyboard, and they tried their best with the letter placement. Important turn here for Auckland. Needs to continue to lower this down. So far, so good. Does find the hat trick, and that's important because Mike can't leave a finish from here. And you have to make sure TNC stays in front going first. Mike going to just try to make sure he hits his 2. Goes low. Oh, a little bit of Butterfingers, but does still convert on the low ton. Wanted more, but keeps it chalk. Dead even. 268 plays 268. Reagan asking, Nick, will you be at the Booyah Cup? I actually don't know yet, but I know I would love to now that I live a lot closer. It's fair to assume, given that I was at Lambeau this year as well, that I will be at a lot more of the northern Midwest tournaments, considering I live in Rockford, Illinois now, so more than likely. Benny and the Jets saying I'm playing with him tomorrow too. There you go. Benny, help the boy out. Reagan saying that you'll be there at the Booyah. Well, now I really have extra incentive to go. That's my dart partner. 166 and 163 are bogeys. So it'll be up to the ladies to set it up. Trip 20 to leave double 18. Doesn't find it. It stays on the bowl. Would have left 46. would have been for the 10-6 wire. 163. Bull 13 is the ideal shot. Liz taking a moment to reset just to confirm what she's leaving. You saw Mike Maloney like try not to interrupt her, but it was like he was asking what happened there and everything as there was some processing errors, but doesn't collect on 13, goes high into the 4. Darren will still get the first look at 88 here. Should be bull for double 14 with just 2 darts in hand. Well, 10 wasn't the right dart, Darren. Does go ahead and leave it at 50, but now Mike should have 9 for bull or 19 for double top. Well, not quite that. He does love his doubles, but not the right ones. Gives it right back. Leroy gets a free shot at 50 for what is a surprising turn of events here towards the end of this leg. $50 on the bull. And drilled by Leroy, who has had a struggle leg compared to where he was playing earlier, but collects at the right time, which is the best way to do it. And an error from mid at best. Reagan Windsor saying at the Booyah Cup she's going to be playing with Dan Burke. I will only attend the Booyah Cup if you dump Dan Burke for me. That is now my requirement. Dan Burke can play with Blake Keel, apparently, in the mixed doubles. Because Blake is pointing. I'm sure that's what he was trying to say. Not the other way around. That couldn't be it. Liz grabs the bull on the last. I feel frustrated. She always puts herself at the expectation of finding 2 or more. But so does Mary Brand, a tough competitor. I got to commentate her in Vegas a few times, but I also remember her performance out at the Rockford Regional on the 39th BullShooter Tour on Team Salt and Pepper. Mike does find a hat trick to get things going. You can see Ian's nod of approval in the background. Reagan Winter says, tell Blake to go throw some more darts. All right. I didn't even have to make up the comment. That was actually just what Reagan said, so he must have pissed off Reagan. Hat trick follows hat trick. Good shot there from Auckland. And Ian trying to talk himself into finding the bull. But there, drops all 3 low. It's honestly good grouping, but just couldn't get that dial in. And you can see this, especially from diehard steel tip players that don't often cross over. It is hard to get your focus to the same level as it is on the steel board for many. It's a give and take. Some people like in soft tip that you can really focus in on looking at a particular hole on the dartboard. Just like how when I throw steel tip, I look at a particular bristle fiber sometimes if I can see one. But it's just a little bit of a reset there. It will come into play, though. Liz doesn't find a bull on her turn either. And all of a sudden, TNC has a great opportunity to take this leg. Mary needs to make sure she hits at least 1 bull and a couple good fallouts to get in range. Realistically, wants 2 bulls here. Needs to find at least a good fallout, but more likely wants a bull to leave a finish. Or an opportunity to set up a finish, excuse me. 180 does leave 164, so job done, but not as well as you would have hoped. Mike's still perfect in the leg. Follows with another hat trick. Cole in the chat saying, hope everyone's having a great weekend. Have fun, shoot well. Thanks for the stream, Nick and Will. You can just thank Nick tonight. Will's not in the room. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Evan saying, let's go, Darren and Mary. Good recovery from Auckland. Ian going to try to leave a finish. Can't do it with just bowls now. Needs a switch to leave a finish. Stays there for the 162. Leroy should leave a finish from 226 for Mary. And it's going to be a good setup. Great setup. Decapitates the dart to still get it in there. Does a little bit of a fist bump. He's at 76. Ian didn't leave an opportunity for Liz to take this out, so she's just going to tee up trying to hit a 112. Bowl for 60 is fine. She second-guessed it there. You can tell that she was thinking, should I switch to the trip 20 leave bowl? I think the rhythm break actually did cause a big effect, and now Mary gets an opportunity at 76. Mike Maloney is falling behind, throwing a 50-point per dart. This feels like a must-go. 16 for bowl, bowl for double 8. Does find the 16. Bullseye for Mary Brand, and nails the double for a 2-0 lead. And now Mid at Best looking in a lot of trouble. We saw them have a very dominant 3-0 win. That's not the case here. In fact, TNC has been winning where it matters. And some errant darts there has made this very, very interesting. Because now TNC will get to start, if they lose this leg, the next. If they win this leg, well, it's over. They don't have to worry about the next leg. Liz is fired up and does find a low ton on the open. Mary, after the clutch finish, will she be able to follow it up? She does get a bowl in the last. Mike didn't miss a dart in the last leg, but here, misses on his third, gets a low ton. At this point, even though throwing low tons every round going first should be fine, when you're in a 2-0 deficit, you're not trying to just win this leg. You're trying to dominate this leg to have momentum going into the next. Ian, who struggled greatly in this last leg, needs to rebound. You can see taking that extra moment, doing a little bit of a sidestep. Still struggling to find the bull. Gets on dart 2 and 3. Does find the low ton. Leroy, if he hits a hat trick, will bring it into a 1-point game. And right on cue, nails the hat trick to make it a 1-point game. Liz has definitely stepped up a gear from the last leg, though. And I feel frustrated at that last start. You can tell that these players are starting to really think about the position of where this is at. Between Mid at Best trying to get a little bit more fiery and TNC kind of living and dying on some of these darts. Mike's going to try to leave a finish from here. And wow, after that first start, cannot. And doesn't find on the second. This is not a normal matchup so far for Mid at Best. Darren Auckland, if he hits a hat trick, leaves the 157 for Leroy to have the first look at a finish. Oh, this would be a massive dart, Darren. And he does hit the hat trick. First to a finish yet again for TNC. And TNC, don't get me wrong, is fundamentally a good team. But this Mid at Best team, especially given what we saw of them compared to our earlier match with TNC, there's no way you could be drafting up this scenario. A miss on the last start means it's a 164 for Liz Tynan if she returns. Leroy gets an opportunity at 157 for a 3-0 win. Starts with the 19. I actually like that quite a lot. You have to throw it on dart 2 if you start bull. So starting there, it lets you just focus on teeing it up. Doesn't get as much done as Leroy would have hoped. Wanted to set up Mary a little bit better. Liz is asking Mike right now about swinging this or not. Mary did take out leg number 2. Yeah, that's definitely the discussion. Do I swing this or not? The answer should always be yes. It's a match point scenario. If it's 1-1 and you want to play a little risky, so be it. But yeah, tried to go for the 114 for bull. Trip 15 and leave bull. Does stay there, just goes ahead and gets it to 45. I'm okay with that. Puts the pressure on Mary. 98. Bull for the 16-8 wire, trip 16 for bull. Now it's bull for double 20. Won't happen. Now Mike Maloney gets a shot at 45 to get their first leg on the board. And again, another scary leg, though, that they're going against. But there, the double hitter does find it. And a 2-1 disadvantage for Midwest, an advantage for TNC, who will now get the start in this fourth leg. Mike Redmond saying, it's always good to hear the great Nick Teixeira in the booth for the weekend of darts. Appreciate the stream, brother. Hey, appreciate that, man. You know, you're not too bad yourself behind the mic there. I always like seeing what you're doing, especially when you're interviewing those players. We'll work on your camera angles there, Mr. Redmond, but, man, it's some good stuff you do over there. I assume I'll be seeing you in December at the BullShooter Regional over there in Phoenix. I hope so, at least. Good last start there for Miss Brand. Gets a bull on the open. But how about that? The Tyrant, Liz Tynan, goes in there, finds a hat trick to get things going. Darren answers right back with a hat trick of his own. Mike going to try to follow right back in suit as well. Oh, but that deflection makes this pretty much a chalk game. The early ground gained on the Mary versus Liz battle reset on the Darren versus Mike battle. Leroy versus Ian now. Leroy finds a hat. That's 7 for 9 bulls so far for TNC. TNC had an opportunity to make this 3-0. I don't know if the pressure has gotten to Ian compared to what we saw out of him earlier. But he is a mile off where he was. 6 for 9 on the bulls for mid at best. Sitting behind one bull and some decent fallouts. Mary can find another one of those. It'll be prime. And just clicks low below the wire. Liz cannot leave a finish from this position. She's going to get in range to set Mike Maloney to set up Ian. Does grab a low ton. It's a good insurance policy from Tynan. Darren Auckland gets to set up Leroy. How well of a setup will it be? Oh, look at this. Auckland finds the hat trick to leave 76. They're trying to get this done 3-1. Mike Maloney can only set up and hope there's an opportunity for Ian. Bull to leave 142 is the only option here. It's not the option you'd prefer. You're asking for favors now, mid at best. $76 for Leroy. Double 13. And nails it. And 2 darts right there. Magnificent play there from TNC, who absolutely brought up their game and mid at best, unfortunately lowering theirs from their dominant match right before where they had a 3 win. They're taking a 3-1 loss, and TNC will be moving on to the King Seat match. Coming up right now, we have another match here coming up shortly. Board 7 has the other top 4 match that we'll be playing into the seat. So we'll begin that next match over here in just a moment, folks, so don't go far. My name's Nick Shara, Kenosha Darts Classic. More action coming soon. Welcome back, everybody. We have more great darts here at the Kenosha Darts Classic in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the Brat Stop. My name is Nick Scher, bringing you coverage here of this great tournament. We got a good matchup here on the losers side of the bracket. This will be Savannah, Blake, and Mike taking on Loose Dart Hole, and what should be a fun one. Looking forward to seeing every bit of how this one will play out, as this should be a good time here. Do apologize that we had to cut off our coverage of the other matchup that we had on the overhead cam there. Leslie, Jeremy, and Liam taking on Super Trippin', David Gott, Trina Reed, and Casey Borlowski. As unfortunately, we had to prioritize the stream area, but we did get a little peek. They're currently up 2-0, the Liam Mustard-led team. But we'll see who moves on to play TNC in the seat. As currently the other winners side matchup, Wimmy Elite taking on Skylar, Will, and Elliott. Wimmy Elite currently up 1-0 in that match. And Chris Wagner starts off with a hat trick to get things going. And a good low tone answer from Savannah, who seems to continue to heat up as this day continues on. Fighting along here. You got to win this match and the next to get into the money. Something that, well, not too heavy on the mind at this point, is something that starts to play a factor as this continues on. And folks, it is still a race to 3 here on the losers side of the bracket. John Novak stepping up. Going to try to continue pressing that going first advantage. So far, so good. Last one gets away just a little bit. You can see the reaction there. Wasn't super happy with it, but it will still work. Kim is saying, hit that like, hit that follow, hit that share, folks. Happy to be bringing you our free coverage of the Kenosha Darts Classic and many other dart tournaments all around the United States here. It's always a pleasure. Jade is saying, yes, let's go, Bessie, for Savannah. So, love to see friends supporting friends. And this is still too close to call on this first leg. Crystal going to try to back up what she did earlier. You can see that, folks. She stands with her 2 toes right to the line. Pretty much dead onto the dartboard. Only 1 bull on that grab. Savannah, not going to be happy with the position of those darts. I probably would have pulled the parachute after dart number 2. You have to be pretty committed to the bulls in this format, so I don't disagree with staying. I don't switch off a first dart blocker unless I really absolutely disdain the dart's position in this format. But the problem, of course, is, well, sometimes the darts won't allow it to go in without either moving across the Aki or just switching numbers. So sometimes just do what's easier. Mr. Cruz stepping back up. Saw Savannah, Blake, and Mike earlier on in the day. Fortunate deflection. Caught the third dart as well. We just talked about this with Savannah. Arthur saying hello from British Columbia, Canada. Well, hello. Welcome in. Very interesting the way John rolls that dart in his hand and pretty much has a thumb fully underneath it. It's kind of resting on top of it almost. Yeah, look, he really tries to sell that dart in with his grip. Very interesting. Blake has to try to leave a finish here. See the frustration, but 2 trip 20s will leave the 167 check. So he's going to switch up. Trip 5 does not do it, Blake, as he will now switch back to the bull. Does convert on the last, but right now Chris has a great opportunity. She started off with a hat trick, and she finished with the 74. Crystal looking prime for the opportunity. Bull for double 12 is the shot here. Taking that moment to settle. Now 19 for Bull, as that is a big kick to the trussing system. The dartboard's moving on her. Can she still hit it? Of course she can. That's Crystal Wagner. Leg number 1 goes to loose dart hole. Of course, again, race the 3 on the loser side of the bracket. I love that it's the same on the winners and loser side of the bracket. Because of the multiple different levels here, it was entirely possible to do so. Looks like we might be having some dirty air here, folks. Hopefully this lag corrects itself in a second. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Well, everyone, it looks like the internet here is getting a little funky for my taste, so we're going to take a quick moment to apologize about the inconvenience here. We're going to take the stream offline just for a moment, give it a little reset, and then go back live here. So we will give you updates, but we will be back live in just a moment. Sorry for that, folks. We're here at the Kenosha Darts Classic. Don't go far, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment's time.